Information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
The Constructive Talk team with Pastor Google are asking for your support in their back-to-school drive. Let's help the less fortunate children get ready for the new school term. Donations of notebooks, copybooks, stationeries, and book bags would be greatly appreciated. Show your love, show your generosity by contacting 464-703 and we will organize collection of your donations. Thank you from the Constructive Talk team. And remember to be kind, be generous, and be loved.
Not by might, not by power, but the Spirit, says the Lord. They may come against me, but my strength has become my song. And by your power, you parted the sea. Lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, hope of nations, you've become my salvation. Yeah. Oh, not by might,
not by might, not by power, but the Spirit, says the Lord. They may come against me, but my strength has become my song. And by your power, you parted the sea. Lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, Yahweh, hope of nations, you've become my salvation. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You've helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, hope of nations, you've become my salvation. Come on, all over here, just lift your hands and exalt him as mighty King this morning. Say, mighty King, faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh we make our boast.
mighty King, faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. Faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh, we will make our boast. You give us victory over our enemies. By your power, you parted the sea, lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy, Lord. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, you are hope of nations. You've become my salvation. Someone worship the King of Kings. Oh, you've become.
Faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh, we make our boast. You give us victory over our enemies. Mighty King, faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh, we make our boast. Yeah, you give us victory over our enemies. Mighty King, faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh, we make our boast. You give us victory over our enemies. And by your power, you parted the sea. Lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You have held me in my story. Oh Yahweh, hope of nations, you've become my salvation.
Not by might, not by power, but the Spirit, says the Lord. They may come against me, but my strength has become my song. And by your power you parted the sea. Lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, hope of nations, you've become my salvation. Yeah. Oh, not by might,
not by might, not by power, but the Spirit, says the Lord. They may come against me, but my strength has become my song. And by your power you parted the sea. Lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, Yahweh, hope of nations, you become my salvation. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You've helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, hope of nations, you become my salvation.
Come on, all over here, just lift your hands and exalt him as mighty King this morning. Say,
mighty King, faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh we make our boast. You give us victory over our enemies. Mighty King, mighty King, faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. Yahweh, we make our boast. For you give us victory over our enemies. Mighty King, mighty King, faithful one, you are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh, we will make our boast. You give us victory over our enemies. By your power you parted the sea. Lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy, Lord. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, you are hope of nations. You've become my salvation.
Someone worship the King of Kings.
You know, I had to play that one more time for somebody who may need to hear it. That your source is God. He's your source, He's your source, He's your source, He's your source, He's your strength. And don't let anybody else make you feel as though they are your source and they are your strength. Yahweh is your source and Yahweh is your strength. Alright, so good evening Trinidad and Tobago. Good evening to those of you locked on to Constructive Talk. And you know, I spoke to 10% last night, and I tell him, I say something brewing, you know, brother. I say something brewing, something happening. Wassa workers are unhappy. You know, he was a little reluctant to tell me. He was a little reluctant. He didn't come out and say, well, X, Y, and Z is the vibe, so. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean, he would have shared some stuff with us. And you know, I spoke to some other persons from Wassa, and they saying to me, that's just small noise, you know. Don't get tapped with that noise, you know. That noise is really not the real noise you want to hear. There is some real noise you want to hear, but unfortunately we're not going to hear that noise. And you know, they just put it up a front. And Wassa workers are fed up of fronts, and they are going along with it just to see where this will go. You know what I mean? To see where this will go. So again, to the Wassa workers who are out there, and you know why you're out there, you stay strong. You know, you stay strong, hold up your head, and you do what you have to do for you. Nobody can do it for you, you know, Wassa workers. Because you all would have put somebody in place to do it for you guys, and apparently, person who you put in place to do it for you, it don't look as though they're really doing it for you. Alright? But there are other things in the news that jumped out at me, and I really wanted to share and talk about. And those of you who know me know that I try my best to do a little research and thing. I try my best to do a little research and for the program try to get things done in such a way that will leave you more educated than anything else. It's really about educating the listeners. It's really about educating and informing the listeners. So from time to time, you know, I will take up something and show you the comparison, right? The comparison of what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. There's a lot happening in this country, and there's a lot that some people just, they totally ignore, pretend don't exist, or would like to believe it don't exist. But there's a lot happening in Trinidad and Tobago, a lot. And there's some people who are fed up. They're really fed up of what's happening, and they would prefer that, you know what, we just pretend as though this don't exist, or this is not existing in our country anymore. Like, as we really going through this? Yeah, we going through it. All of us right here going through it. Nobody ain't going nowhere. Well, but I mean, we going through it. And it's sad that, you know, we have reached this place as a nation where people are saying to themselves, hey, I really do this to myself. Up to today, I was talking to a friend of mine from Marbella West, and he was saying to me, he said, boy, we people in Marbella West cannot believe that we did this. We cannot believe that we vote in a man when we was working. We were working when we put that guy in office. We were working. Now, we are unemployed. Well, I really feel that this guy could come and talk to us. Come and talk to us and tell us what exactly. Because When they came to us, we were working. Some of the guys were working in the URP program. Some people were working in the what do you call it? The CPAP program. Some guys were working in the hospital, daily paid. Some people were working where again? Forestry. Some people were working where again? They were working. They were working. And now they are not working. They are not working. And you really think that Macamillion could come and talk to us? I say, well, people believe that he could come and talk to Ole and he will get through. I told him that. I said, there are some people who are believing that you all are not upset enough to go out and make a difference. Vote. I say, well, if that's how they feel about us, then best we move that way. Say, you have to be mad, eh? And let me say good evening to the people who I met today at a funeral. I went to one of my friend's father's funeral in Sawa, Sunshine Avenue. I met some people there who are ardent listeners to Constructive Talk. Let me say good evening to you. Also, I met some people at the funeral of another gentleman, because you went to the burial ground, and when you were going to the burial ground and you were making our way, walking across to the burial, person sort of stopped and said, hey, Pastor Google. I met about 4 gentlemen who said to me, hey, we are island listeners to Constructive Talk, and they are very much appreciative of what I do. So let me say thank you to you gentlemen for a young man actually walked up to me and he said, hey, I do have a mistake. A young man in a way. A young man tell me, hey, I do have a mistake program. It's informative. It's a program that I really appreciate and love. So again, I wanted to say thank you to those persons who would have encouraged me today. Encourage me today. And I want to say thank you to all of you. But again, WASA workers, WASA employees were marching today. Well, you think they have any right to march? You think that Felicia, who can speak to but she said that she spoke to the Minister of Finance, and it's the management that is keeping them back or holding back the money or the negotiations, right? She's saying that it's the management that is holding back on the negotiations for the WASA workers. I don't know how true that is, but Miss Felicia is saying that the management is not doing what they're supposed to do. Because there are things that they can do, and there are things that they're supposed to do that they are not doing. So she is calling on the management of WASA to do what they have to do. So we're going to listen to what Felicia had to say today at the protest. I am not too impressed, being real. I would like to hear what 10% had to say. I don't know if he was a part of the protest today, but I would like to hear what 10% have to say, and I would like to hear what you have to say. Seeing that just last night I was talking to 10% about this whole WASA issue. This last night I was talking to 10% about it. So I want to hear what 10% have to say. I want to hear what you have to say, what you as the listeners of Constructive Talk, what's your view on what's happening at WASA? Take a listen to this.
WASA workers are protesting outside the Public Education Center demanding progress on new salaries, back pay and other costs tied to their terms of conditions of employment. PSA President Felicia Thomas says the union called management back to the negotiating table today but was told no action had been taken on the cost proposal submitted since January. Thomas says the Director of Human Resources has not even prepared a note for the Human Resource Advisory Committee to move the proposals to the board and then the Ministry of Finance. Now she's saying workers have been told that management is no longer business as usual and they will remain at the sports club until the process moves forward. Thomas is also warning that time is running out.
Of course, let me say, because the Minister of Finance made a statement that was very clear. He said that all negotiations settled between mid-year review and budget will be taken care of in the budget. If those negotiations are not signed off, it will not be catered for in the budget and it will be yet another year workers without their increase in salary. So the management cannot be playing games with the workers. They need to do what they need to do to move things along. These negotiations, these submissions were made since January.
Well, we reached out to WASA for a response. We were told negotiations were still underway and the company would not be able to comment until that's concluded.
Still to come in the news,
WASA workers are protesting outside the Public Education Center demanding progress on new salaries, back pay and other costs tied to their terms of conditions of employment. PSA President Felicia Thomas says the union called management back to the negotiating table today but was told no action had been taken on the cost proposal submitted since January. Thomas says the Director of Human Resources has not even prepared a note for the Human Resource Advisory Committee to move the proposals to the board and then the Ministry of Finance. Now she's saying workers have been told that management is no longer business as usual and they will remain at the sports club until the process moves forward. Thomas is also warning that time is running out.
Of course, let me say, because the Minister of Finance made a statement that was very clear. He said that all negotiations settled between mid-year review and budget will be taken care of in the budget. If those negotiations are not signed off, it will not be catered for in the budget and it will be yet another year workers without their increase in salary. So the management cannot be playing games with the workers. They need to do what they need to do to move things along. These negotiations, these submissions were made since January.
Well, we reached out to WASA for a response. We were told negotiations were still underway and the company would not be able to comment until that's concluded.
Still to come in the news,
What say you? What say you? 464-7003. 464-7003. What is your thoughts about what you just heard? I saw somebody on the live saying, let me just see what somebody in the live saying here. Somebody in the live saying you not getting that money in the new budget. What is your thoughts? 464-7003. 464. So we're getting straight into the topic this evening. What is your thoughts about the union, Miss Felicia Thomas, and what's your thoughts? You heard what Miss Felicia had to say. What is your thoughts? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good night, Pastor Google.
Good evening, sir.
Pastor Google is a boss. They really like 10 people, 4 people. You hear me?
I hear you. Talk to me.
Yeah, I draw.
Talk to me on the phone. Talk to me on the phone, not on the television.
Yeah, talk to me on the phone. I draw to the water.
You're the gentleman who give me the water in the funeral.
Yeah, but you have it hard, boy. You have it hard. And something wrong with we, you know. We had to rally wrong, PNM. Don't matter what they do. We had to rally. Come here with your no foot up and down. Let me just rally wrong she. Rally and make sure rally wrong she. Something wrong with me. We have a healthy, strong woman, and we playing game and talking. She weak and all this thing. Something had be wrong with me, boy. Oh God. Marcus Garvey really said that. No, he said we the hardest people to unite, boy. Pastor Gu, you have a work on your hand, yes, brother. You have a work on your hand, but don't give up. Don't give up.
Just pray for me.
I heard talking last night. You wanna give up? You're mad. I vex when you say that. You give up. You're mad. Everything's done, but you really good, boy.
Thank you.
Really good.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, we go talk again. I'm watching the show. I don't miss the show. You know, that tell you that I don't miss the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, have a nice night, right?
Same to you, sir. Thank you very much for your call.
Yeah,
I'm taking your calls, 464-7003, 464-7003. That's one of the men, the elderly man who met me and was really telling me, we appreciate you. We really appreciate you. We appreciate the show. And we appreciate what you're doing for Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to say to him again, thank you very much for, the water. And for reaching out and letting me know that you appreciate what I'm doing. So I'm taking your calls. Felicia, I told you all last night, I was having a discussion with 10% last night. One of our callers, Adam callers. And he's an employee at WASA. He's never ashamed to tell us that. He is an employee at WASA. And I said to him, there is a rumbling happening in WASA. I said that to him. I said, there's a rumbling happening in WASA. He said to me, yeah, but ting. But today they protest. What are your thoughts? I want to hear how will you feel about what Felicia is telling the workers at WASA. Talk to me now. What do you really feel that the workers will get their money? People are saying on the live, WASA is a dunce. Oh, you. Oh, Lord, I can't read that out. No, I can't read that. Good night, Pastor Google, and all on the live. Okay, Pastor, we love and appreciate you. We will stand with you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Anybody calling in there? Yes, there's a call coming in. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good night.
Hi, good evening, sir. What are your thoughts about what you're seeing happening with WASA?
Good night.
Good evening. What are your thoughts about what you see happening with WASA?
Pastor Google, good night.
Good evening.
With your friend here. Good night, Pastor Google.
Yes, sir. Listen to me on the phone, not on the TV.
That's your mama writing. That is your mama writing.
Oh, gosh. Why you say that?
Huh?
Why you say it's a mama guy thing? Listen to me on the phone. Listen to me on the phone.
Because she with UNC. That is a mama guy thing.
Yeah, she is with the government.
Because my show said that Trinidadians like mama guy, and that is what they're doing them. Everybody doing them.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, caller. Yeah, man. When you call in, listen to me on the phone. So here what you have to do, people. When you call in, you need to listen to me on the phone and not on the television, because you're going to get confused with what you're hearing if there's a delay on the television. So you need to listen to me on the phone. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening, Pastor.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
Me, in my simple opinion, whenever I see Felicia, I am reminded of the gentleman who signed for the 5% years about a decade ago. They probably know who I'm talking about. He's no longer with any union, he's no longer with WASA. I think he gets a big work. But whenever I see her, she's just the female version of that individual. And they probably know what I'm talking about. You have a good day, Pastor Google.
Alright, thank you very much. So if you're now joining us and you want to know what we're talking about, we're discussing the protest today outside of WASA. Wassa workers would have protested today for the negotiations to start and for them to get their money, for them to sign off on their money. But last night, I told 10%, I said, hey, Wassa workers are rumbling. I'm hearing a rumbling with Wassa workers. But he didn't know, I find he didn't answer me. I find he didn't answer me. So, let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good night, Pastor.
Good evening, ma'am.
Pastor, good night.
Good evening.
Good evening. Pastor Google, I don't believe nothing coming out of Miss Felicia Thomas' mouth. She's an agent of UNC. She lies. Nothing I don't believe. Sorry for the poor Wassa workers. More and more lies. That's all she could do. Lie and spin and blame. How it is the management fault when you is the union who's signing for the 10%. What management you telling me about when you're working there in management?
But she is part
of the management.
But she is part of the management.
She is part of the management. So what nonsense you telling me? Pastor Google, I can't take no more the lies, This government is like a little too much.
A little? A little, you see,
It's everything you have to fact check, It's imagining that government has not one thing you could believe. Nothing you could believe. And that is a bad state for the country and for certain. If God forbid something happens, we wouldn't even know if it's truth or lie, because the lie so many is a shame. They need to stop it and try to be truthful for once. Try and do the right thing and be truthful for once. Pastor Google, that is my contribution. Enjoy your night and don't give up.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back. After going dark last Independence, fireworks are expected to return to TNT's skies this August 31st.
Sources tell CNC3 News talks are underway with a local fireworks provider for the show as the country prepares to mark its 64th anniversary of independence. Last year, the state of emergency led to the cancellation of the National Parade and the state-sponsored fireworks display, with government citing security concerns. The decision saved an estimated $2.6 million, while last August 31st was instead designated a National Day of Prayer and Reflection. Now the fireworks are expected to return alongside the Independence Day Parade. The return comes under new fireworks legislation passed in December 2025, introducing tighter rules governing its use. Meanwhile, the group Citizens Against Noise Pollution is calling for a more responsible approach if fireworks return.
The group says it fully supports independence celebrations, but stressed that any official fireworks display should be controlled, time-limited, and planned with consideration for residents, vulnerable people, and animals. The group called for a published schedule of the start and finish times of any display to be issued in advance, shorter displays, and quieter fireworks used where feasible. It is also calling for measures to discourage uncontrolled fireworks, to eliminate the noise which affects places such as the zoo and pet owners. The group is also suggesting drone technology as an alternative. We reached out to Defense Minister Wayne Sturge for confirmation on whether fireworks will form part of this year's celebrations. There was no response up to news time. And we understand that a grand drone show is being planned for this year's Independence Day celebrations. Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Ravi Ratiram made the announcement during an interview with CNC3 News in Tobago. However, Ratiram declined to say whether the drone show will replace the traditional independence fireworks. Animal rights activists and groups against noise pollution have clamored for fireworks to be eliminated from the celebrations. With last year's celebrations cancelled due to security concerns, Ratiram said 2026 will include new elements.
We're going to be using technology. I believe we're going to have a beautiful drone show on the evening of Independence. We're going to have our national instrument. Today as we celebrate Steel Pan Day, I can, say happy Steel Pan Day to everyone. And on Independence Day, we will actually be having Pan on the Road happening for independence. It's some new elements that Minister of Culture has brought into our independence.
The minister also denied any encroachment of green spaces due to the relocation of the annual parade at the Queen's Park Savannah. However, he directed all questions about approval for construction to his cabinet colleague.
The best person to answer those things, as I tell you, would be Minister of Defense, because in terms of when you speak of all the fund here, there and everywhere, those things, you'll have to speak to the Minister of Defense concerning those things in terms of what is being put together for the Independence Parade. But of course, I have full confidence in all my colleagues and everything that my colleagues do.
Minister Ratiram urged the public to put aside politics and celebrate Independence Day as a united country.
In other news, fireworks will return to the Queen's Park Savannah for this year's Independence Day celebrations, with the government planning a combination of traditional and low-noise fireworks alongside a drone and cultural show.
Defense Minister Wayne Sturge confirmed to CNC3 News that a fireworks display will form part of this year's Independence Day celebrations on August 31st. Asked whether the display would feature traditional fireworks or silent or low-noise alternatives, Sturge said there would be a mixture of both and a drone show. Culture Minister Michelle Benjamin said the procurement process to select a fireworks provider is still ongoing. The minister said there will be live entertainment featuring everything that is Trinidad and Tobago. Benjamin added that government is seeking to bring back the traditional family atmosphere surrounding Independence Day celebrations.
We did take into consideration doing the cultural show, and we wanted cater with regards to having a kids zone as well, because to bring back that picnic. Because what I remember, I know you would have partaken in the festivities before. Children and persons come in from all around 5, 4, and they stake out just to make sure they get a good position to see the fireworks. So while we have that crowd, we'll make sure we cater for that.
However, the decision to include high-noise fireworks is already being questioned by citizens against noise pollution, particularly given the Savannah's proximity to noise-sensitive facilities.
The Queen's Park Savannah does not exist in isolation. The Port of Spain General Hospital has not moved. The Emperor Valley Zoo has not moved. The surrounding communities have not moved, and neither have the people and animals affected by explosive noises. So, CANPAT has never called for an end to celebrations. We are asking that we celebrate differently and responsibly.
Meanwhile, officials at the Emperor Valley Zoo were contacted for comment, and CNC3 News was told that a response to this development will come soon.
Interesting. The government decided to cancel the fireworks display for independence, but fireworks and not noiseless ones were used for Diwali. Why was that?
Well, let me take you back to what happened in August with respect to the fireworks. The government made a decision that the government does not sponsor any fireworks. What you would have seen over the weekend was with respect to private individuals, there was no government-sponsored fireworks for Diwali. I would have heard the noise also with the fireworks being discharged and so on. But those are matters that the Commissioner of Police has to give permission via the law in order for that to happen and so on. But those are matters that we will treat with, of course, because we have to understand that there are sensitive parts of the population, the elderly, you have animals and so on. And without giving any commitment to any policy direction at this point in time, the government had already signaled through Independence Day where our direction will be heading towards.
So we can see some legislation cementing that and making it law.
Well, until we have proper legislation drafted and policies and so on, then we can probably give a more concrete answer on how we are going to build out that particular framework with respect to the fireworks.
To sway the vote, offer up a young scapegoat to just get a couple sweat after you say bye-bye. You delay party convention, play with party constitution, and figure you could have gerrymander the outcome. But your FA, FO, got your FA, and then your FO. You chain up the young man for truth to
rest assured, again I reiterate, the government has made a very responsible decision with respect to national security, and I think you would have raised in your question, your first question, one of those concerns with respect to discerning the explosions between fireworks and firearms and so on. So rest assured, we have made a very responsible decision, and we have considered various factors based on guidance from the security agencies.
And let me also ask you, how do you measure the effect on the population in terms of its value and monetary value? How do you do that? For years, many of you all here, I saw you all write reports, many years, of the effect that the loud fireworks had on its population. And now a decision has been made, so we expect the persons who was affected before will have a better understanding now of the direction we intend to take it. Yeah? And we hope that we have saved the population, medicals and otherwise, and the babies could now enjoy the arms of their parents without panicking.
And we're not going to risk the security of our nation for one's man profit.
In other news, former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith is questioning.
Welcome back. After going dark last Independence, fireworks are expected to return to TNT's skies this August 31st.
Sources tell CNC3 News talks are underway with a local fireworks provider for the show as the country prepares to mark its 64th anniversary of independence. Last year, the state of emergency led to the cancellation of the National Parade and the state-sponsored fireworks display, with government citing security concerns. The decision saved an estimated $2.6 million, while last August 31st was instead designated a National Day of Prayer and Reflection. Now the fireworks are expected to return alongside the Independence Day Parade. The return comes under new fireworks legislation passed in December 2025, introducing tighter rules governing its use. Meanwhile, the group Citizens Against Noise Pollution is calling for a more responsible approach if fireworks return.
The group says it fully supports independence celebrations, but stressed that any official fireworks display should be controlled, time-limited, and planned with consideration for residents, vulnerable people, and animals. The group called for a published schedule of the start and finish times of any display to be issued in advance, shorter displays, and quieter fireworks used where feasible. It is also calling for measures to discourage uncontrolled fireworks, to eliminate the noise which affects places such as the zoo and pet owners. The group is also suggesting drone technology as an alternative. We reached out to Defense Minister Wayne Sturge for confirmation on whether fireworks will form part of this year's celebrations. There was no response up to news time. And we understand that a grand drone show is being planned for this year's Independence Day celebrations. Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Ravi Ratiram made the announcement during an interview with CNC3 News in Tobago. However, Ratiram declined to say whether the drone show will replace the traditional independence fireworks. Animal rights activists and groups against noise pollution have clamored for fireworks to be eliminated from the celebrations. With last year's celebrations cancelled due to security concerns, Ratiram said 2026 will include new elements.
We're going to be using technology. I believe we're going to have a beautiful drone show on the evening of Independence. We're going to have our national instrument. Today as we celebrate Steel Pan Day, I can, say happy Steel Pan Day to everyone. And on Independence Day, we will actually be having Pan on the Road happening for independence. It's some new elements that Minister of Culture has brought into our independence.
The minister also denied any encroachment of green spaces due to the relocation of the annual parade at the Queen's Park Savannah. However, he directed all questions about approval for construction to his cabinet colleague.
The best person to answer those things, as I tell you, would be Minister of Defense, because in terms of when you speak of all the fund here, there and everywhere, those things, you'll have to speak to the Minister of Defense concerning those things in terms of what is being put together for the Independence Parade. But of course, I have full confidence in all my colleagues and everything that my colleagues do.
Minister Ratiram urged the public to put aside politics and celebrate Independence Day as a united country.
In other news, fireworks will return to the Queen's Park Savannah for this year's Independence Day celebrations, with the government planning a combination of traditional and low-noise fireworks alongside a drone and cultural show.
Defense Minister Wayne Sturge confirmed to CNC3 News that a fireworks display will form part of this year's Independence Day celebrations on August 31st. Asked whether the display would feature traditional fireworks or silent or low-noise alternatives, Sturge said there would be a mixture of both and a drone show. Culture Minister Michelle Benjamin said the procurement process to select a fireworks provider is still ongoing. The minister said there will be live entertainment featuring everything that is Trinidad and Tobago. Benjamin added that government is seeking to bring back the traditional family atmosphere surrounding Independence Day celebrations.
We did take into consideration doing the cultural show, and we wanted cater with regards to having a kids zone as well, because to bring back that picnic. Because what I remember, I know you would have partaken the festivities before. Children and persons come in from around 5, 4, and they stake out just to make sure they get a good position to see the fireworks. So while we have that crowd, we want to make sure we cater for that.
However, the decision to include high-noise fireworks is already being questioned by citizens against noise pollution, particularly given the Savannah's proximity to noise-sensitive facilities.
The Queen's Park Savannah does not exist in isolation. The Port of Spain General Hospital has not moved. The Emperor Valley Zoo has not moved. The surrounding communities have not moved, and neither have the people and animals affected by explosive noises. So, CANPAT has never called for an end to celebrations. We are asking that we celebrate differently and responsibly.
Meanwhile, officials at the Emperor Valley Zoo were contacted for comment, and CNC3 News was told that a response to this development will come soon.
And well, I was amazed of their discussion. They were discussing the election of 2025. How Africans were selling cheap and UNC buying dead or alive. One old man shout out, fellas, give me your attention. UNC can't win by themselves, no election.
So what is your thoughts on this fireworks decision that the government flipped well last year? They tell you a whole thing about fireworks, and the Prime Minister taking a decision that she don't want no fireworks because fireworks does affect dogs and children and the elderly, and if you have to think fireworks, you have to go to the police and get a permit in order to think fireworks. You heard where the minister said now babies can feel safe in their mother's arms once again, and that was last year. This year you have a different discussion. What are your thoughts? 464-7003. Give me a call now and tell me what is your thoughts about the change of heart that the government, somebody saying to boycott the fireworks. Boycott the fireworks. What say you? 464-7003. 464-7003. Yes, you can also use that number to call on WhatsApp. You can call on WhatsApp 464-7003. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Don't say we in here now and we just tune in late. So we hear and we listen. Life is strange, eh? Last year they had a threat against them. So there was no independence. But they decided to tell we they don't want to hear no noise. Pass a law. If you have to burst a fireworks that making noise, you have to go to the police commission and get approval. But you know what happened to them? The Wali came after Pastor Google, and the Wali went crazy, Pastor Google. So they had no choice this year because of what transpired last year for the Wali. But you know what is strange? Last night was We're trying to get the procurement for the fireworks person. Tonight, the Minister of Culture is telling me she's looking for a fireworks person. Pastor Google in Trinidad and Tobago, how many companies sell fireworks?
What's the name?
Do you know?
What's the name? Fireworks.
So who's she looking for again?
Well, it might have somebody else.
Oh, somebody that going and create a company within a few months or a few days in order to try to bid for the contract from fireworks, fire one. That way you're telling me? Because there is only one company that I know of, unless somebody could tell me there's another one, that is so difficult for her to find, to sign that agreement to give that contract to. I wonder if she see fireworks, fire one of that P&M finance here. They have to feel that we are that foolish, because you moved the celebration from which part it normally takes place to put it almost opposite the Prime Minister's residence, and not too far from the Prime Minister's residence is the zoo. That is why you can't get no response from the zoo yet. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand that logic, but they're trying to appease us now, right? Because we was wondering. I wonder if the Prime Minister will show up by Pastor Google, because she doesn't plan to get boo. So I wonder if she's going to show up. I wait to see. Enjoy your night.
I think she would show up.
Well, let's see. Well, anyhow, she done throw it out already, so she will just show up to just try to say, yes, I prove my point. Well, I go tell you, girl. If you're brave enough to take it, go brave. Good night.
All right, thank you very much. 464-7003. 464-7003. What is your take on the fireworks? Because I played you what was said in a press conference by Saddam Hussein, MP Saddam Hussein, Minister Saddam Hussein, and Homeland Security Minister, what's his name? Roger Alexander, MP for Tunapuna. I played for you what they had to say about fireworks last year. What is your thoughts tonight? Fireworks is back. Some people saying that they're going to boycott. Do you think that you think people will boycott? Or somebody say Rock Hard will bring in fireworks. Somebody say Rock Hard will bring in fireworks. I don't know. Only leave me out of that. Taking your calls 464-7003. 464-7003. What is your thoughts about the fireworks? Do you think that it's a good thing? You think that the government flip-flopping on the fireworks issue? What's your thoughts? I'm not getting any calls. I don't know what's happening. Maybe the phone lines down. Somebody sent a voice note. Let's hear.
That's a good night, sir. Is everybody waiting for 10% to really call in now, right? To hear what will be going on in Master.
Alright, so the voice note is saying that people waiting on 10% to call in to give them an update on what's going on in Wassa. I don't know if 10% is going to call in. I don't know. I can't see. Alright, I brought it up early so that he can call in and tell us what's the verdict, what's the vibes, what's happening, what is happening down at Wassa. He's not calling in, so I'm not going to prolong it. Also, as I said earlier on, so I played for you what's going on with what's happening for independence. So you're getting your fireworks for independence. You are getting your fireworks for independence. So what is your thoughts on it? I am asking, what's your thoughts on this issue with, this discussion on fireworks for independence. Also, I played for you what's going on with what's happening with with WASA. And there's one other topic that I wanted to talk about and to hear your views on. I'm going to play it in a short bit. So it looks as though I'm going to be coming off early tonight, 10 o'clock for the latest. It looked like I'm going to be off at 10 because I'm not hearing nobody calling in and sharing their views on the topics that I'm bringing forth. The 10%, the salary increase for WASA workers. You heard what Felicia had to say, and everybody is now waiting to see what is going to happen with WASA workers. WASA workers would have held a protest today, and people were waiting to hear what 10% had to say, but he didn't call in. We're not hearing from anybody else. We heard from Mr. Barataria, and we heard from other callers in between. On the WASA issue, I'm talking about the fireworks. Well, Mr. Barataria is saying that here what's going on. Maybe they're procuring, somebody else is procuring the fireworks, you know what I mean? That's left to be seen. Alright, so I wanted to play this video for you. Take a listen to this. Alright, this video talks about someone is calling. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
The way how things going right now, and the budget around the corner, carry the trust these people and to spend your money on fireworks, you know.
Wow.
Like in your pocket.
Yeah. I hear your caller. So the caller is saying, based on how things going and the budget is right around the corner, because next month is September, and after September is October when we have the budget, the national budget once again. The national budget is coming around again. Teachers haven't gotten their increase in salary or their back pay. We're watching what's happening with WASA workers. We are seeing what's happening with workers who do the upkeep of spaces. We're seeing what's happening. People are concerned. And people are genuinely concerned. Where is this going? What is happening? So take a listen to this video, and then after this I will take some more of your calls. Alright, let's take this call. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening.
You know what I think?
Hello, good evening. Yes. Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay. You know what I think with the fireworks business? I think that people should boycott that.
Okay.
Let's be surprised that nobody will come to boo her.
Okay.
You know?
Well, really, the booing is for the parade, eh? The booing is not for the fireworks. The booing is for the parade.
No, yeah, I mean for the parade now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So let's feel people come into Bushy and boycott it. Alright?
Okay.
That is what I think they should do.
Right.
Okay, but Trini likes so much a lime and sweat.
Yeah.
They go do that. But I think that's the best thing for them. Boycott it. So let all the thing. And the next thing I think they should do about the fireworks, they should have it silent. Because they're going closer to the zoo.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But they're talking about they go have noise in between and they go be mixing up. Don't mix it up. Put all silence and done.
Right.
Right? Just for the people. Just for the animals in the zoo. You understand?
Yeah.
So I think that's the best thing they should do.
All right. Thank you very much.
And Felicia, which is 10%, she only playing herself. She knows she working and she getting she money, so she care less. She care less about those people who not getting. Okay?
All right.
So you have a good night and a blessed weekend.
Same to
and
you.
I pray that you will be safe right through.
Same to you. Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, John. Bye-bye. All right. So the caller said that she thinks that people should boycott. People should boycott. All right. Let's take this call. Hello. Good evening.
Hello.
You have to load down the TV.
On his side.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, here we're going on. The local election coming up now.
Yes.
So the China kind of thing.
Yes.
You don't take anything.
Yes.
Local election coming up.
Yes.
China kind of thing.
All kind of thing they go try.
I'm telling you because here we're going on. You see what? You see that song again? You ever play that song when my show sing?
Yes, Trinidadians don't know what they want.
Play that song because why? They tell us Trinidadian stupid.
Yeah.
You understand? All kind of tongue they try now. So what we supposed to do? They say boycott.
Yes.
That independent.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
Because why last year all they want to give it because of security reason. They say what do they say? That security reason last year and all they want CPL. But all of a sudden now all they want to bring back independence now. Who are trying to fool? You understand?
Yeah.
They can't fool me, because I okay and I know what they give. So they can't fool me.
Right.
Because they were going on with Trinidad and they like too much of gimme. So that is why they're moving so with them. You understand?
Yes.
Because they get to realize they like too much of gimme. Because mama guide them. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Thank you very much.
All right, Pastor Google.
Yeah, man.
Make your friend here. Right?
Thank you.
All right, you have a blessed night.
Same to you, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So the caller is saying that local government elections is coming up, and this government is starting to share goodies. So wait that. So the goodies is that you will come out and enjoy yourself for Independence, enjoy yourself Independence Day, and go and vote UNC because they give fireworks for Independence. That's how low they think of you. Wow. Nah, man. Will you believe that? I take in all your calls. 464-003. 464-7003. 464-7003. You all really, the UNC really feel all so cheap? Hello, good evening.
I say boycott the parade.
You said
I agree.
You agree to boycott the parade. Why?
Yes. Yes, because there's a lot of things.
Tell me.
And especially where there's the local election coming up, they want to try this and try that. Boycott the parade. Everybody stay home. Leave them there by themselves.
Wow. So the caller believe that people should boycott the parade. And leave them there by themselves. But I hear you, Papa, but Trinidadians like, as you say, the Prime Minister said it, she say Trinidadians, PNM people like freeness and party. That's what she say. When I heard her say, when I heard the reporters and they saying that is what the Prime Minister said about PNM people, then PNM people should really boycott it. What do you think? PNM people should really boycott. But what is all your thoughts? 464-7003. 464-7003. Hello, good evening. Hi, good evening. You need to listen to me on your phone and not on the television.
Okay. Thank you, Pastor. Pastor, you see all these things that are going on? You hear me clearly?
Loud and clear.
Right. You see all these things that are going on? The minute you ask for the procurement of those 50 police posts, they find everything to tell you that you want to listen to. We don't want to listen to no independence, no fireworks, no data. We want to hear what is the procurement you get from 50 police posts. That is, you want to hear, tell me that. Tell me what you get in the steel mill, what we gained from the steel mill. That thing we want to hear. This zone of how you call it, of destruction. This zone of destruction. You keep your zone of destruction for yourself. You have one thing in common. You're hungry today, don't feed me tomorrow. I'm not sorry with you. We don't want to hear nothing again. Call the election now if you want. Call local election now and let me go at the ballot. That is only one. This destruction you give me would not work. You want to know who procure and how much it costs for them 50 police boats. We don't want to hear about no fireworks. You keep your fireworks. You keep your independence.
Keep your fireworks. Keep your independence. We want to know how much you pay for the police post. We want to know.
I want to know. I want to know what agreement you're making in steel mill. Then is the thing I want to know.
That's the things you want to know, Daddy?
Yeah, I don't want to know.
This pretending. This pretending. Thank you, Padna. Padna say, what Padna say? Padna say, don't distract me. Don't come here to play distracting me with don't try to come and distract me with nothing. Don't try to come to distract me with fireworks. Keep your fireworks. What we want to know is how much you pay for the police post. How much you pay, what is the backhand deal, or what is the agreement with the Matal? That's what we want to know. We want to know, we're still waiting on the Minister of Housing to tell me about the 34 billion. We're going on with that. Don't try to distract me with fireworks and cultural show. Hello, good evening. I like Daddy.
Good evening, Pastor.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to your listeners.
My wide and huge listenership.
Pastor Google.
My wide and huge listenership.
Huh?
My wide and huge listenership.
Yeah, and your wide and huge listenership. Pastor Google.
Yeah, they say that. Yeah. My wide and huge listenership.
I will say that from now on.
Because these people, listen to this now. We have 1,148 persons watching the broadcast, right?
Yeah.
Now you seeing 543.
Yeah.
I seeing 1,149.
Yeah.
Now the 1,149 persons are persons who haven't subscribed to the page.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, they subscribe.
I don't know why they don't want to subscribe. And the other night I talked to them and some of them subscribe. So the subscription went up.
All right, let me get my appeal, Pastor.
Give them an appeal. Give them an appeal from Tallman.
This is Tallman, a veteran in talk show radio. Please subscribe to this channel. Pastor Google bringing his program every night for our listenership, for our entertainment, for our participation. Please subscribe to this channel. The more subscription we get, is the better.
Yes.
Like and subscribe. Over and out. Pastor Gold, I want to tell you something. It's time, let me draw a statement, something from what I see on TikTok, on Facebook, with the Americans, the black Americans. When they kill a Chinese boy, African fella, some Chinese killer African fella, and somebody gets past and loose his mouth, somebody of the Asian community gets past and loose his mouth, and dare the black people that they can't protest because, the Chinese just do the nails and stuff now. They boycott all the businesses. They ban this together and they say that African people or black people can't come together. Right in America, they boycott all their businesses. Tell it begging because all the businesses bust. Right? Similar to Trinidad. They're imposing heavy tax upon us. taxi drivers, stage drivers, truck drivers, you just name it, coconut vendors, $18,000 in tickets. Don't forget, all you have to show them your disgust. Don't just say boycott independence, because I am not going. I am boycotting independence. I'm not going to cheer on this Prime Minister, Mr. Alexander, and the rest of them. I'm not going to do it. Because of the SOE, the POs, the take away our rights, although forget that, the fire CPEP, the fire URP, the fire forestry, and others. Even today, Felicia Thomas and them, they can't get the back pay in Wasta. All remember that when Independence Day come, when they're looking for the crowd, do not go, don't attend, spread the word, make it a mean. I'm on TikTok, on Facebook, boycott independence. Let them shuttle people from Central. Boycott independence, because the Prime Minister, as they was just saying, Pastor Gold, she did say, we like to frolic. Freeness done. Freeness, the PNM people, African people, who do you think that's called PNM people? It's Africa. So these people insulting us. They're insulting us. And we must go and cheer them on. And we must go and clap and start attention. And no, Papa, show them your disgust. Do what you have to do. Do what within your power to do. They can't force me to take a taxi and to go down to Port Spain by the Savannah. I'm staying home. I am staying home. My family is staying home. Right? And if I pull in Bolade, I would not pull at Bolade because I ain't carrying nobody in town. I'm taking that day as a holiday. Right? No, as a death serious. Not that day. I love my country. I love the independence, but not. They have to meet me halfway. You have suffered. Look, all these they're asking mothers, single mothers, to come into town for independence, and come September they can't send the children to school. They can't feed the children. They have no passage because they have no work. Right? They're all about the place right now. The MP 11 is over at Corrimon on 11 West. I'm telling you, the Trinidad Drive. You and all, Pastor Google. Yep. Everybody trying to help all the communities. Right? They're asking for donation. They're trying to make our MP Christian Birchwood the other child bacon bread and selling it towards the book drive. That is what our communities come to help people in our community. I was there, I went on my bread. Right? This is ridiculous, Pastor Google. Right? And they're watching we and say PLM people. You know? PLM people who are dependent to come to the line in Savannah. Boy, this PLM person stayed home. And his family staying home. And I'm working that day.
Thank you very much.
Pastor Google, I love to listen.
Thank you very much.
African people, all they need to wake up.
Stay home.
Already.
Hello, good evening.
Hey, Pastor Google, what you say?
Do you think that people should...
from the water taxi here?
Yeah. Don't make a joke. Let me hear what good news you get. Let me hear if you tell me you have a little something to send for me for the book drive.
No, well, the way I see this woman playing games with the people and them, you know. Because when I look at it, where the box stops with the finance minister, he's the man dealing with the finances of the country. Right? All they promise the people we're going to give all their 10%. It box stops with he, so she can't have no quarrels with the managers. They get instructions from the finance minister. He's the main man.
Thank you.
She can't have no quarrels with the CPO. The box stops with the main man, the finance minister. So what you're trying to tell the people? You understand? That's semantics to me. You're playing games with people, right? So go and talk to your partner in the finance ministry and tell him to give the people their money, because he's the man who know what's going on with the finances.
So you think it's games she playing?
It's games she playing.
All right.
Playing tactics.
And what do you think about the fireworks? And you think people are calling to boycott the fireworks? What do you think?
The fireworks, is it?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I didn't really follow up much on the fireworks, but I mean, what I could see is it's games with this entire government, right? They 1 minute they say one thing and then they're doing the other, right? So that's the theme of this particular government. That is the theme. They fool the people from the start, from last elections.
Yes.
And they cannot fulfill their promises. All of the same promises
made, promises kept.
Promises kept. They can't. Right? So it's lies and more lies, and eventually it will catch up to them. You know. So that is how I see it. This game she playing, delaying tactics.
Thank you very, very much. Tell Mama say hello.
Yeah, man. You take it easy.
And tell the wife I said I miss her calls on the program.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, my brother, stay strong.
Yeah.
All right. So trying to bigger here, you know, people saying, hey, games being played. Games are being played, but we're not hearing from 10%. We don't know where 10%, if 10% in the protests, and 10% must be in the protests. So that is why we're not hearing 10%. I hope that 10% can give us an update on what is going on in Wassa. Hello, good evening, caller. Hello, good evening, caller.
All right, good evening, Pastor Google again.
Yes, sir.
Now, we're glad we get the message. We are not going, we will go the fireworks, but we're not going the Independence Day celebration.
Well, people saying boycott everything.
Well, if they choose to, fine. But you see the Independence Day celebration, which you expect PNM people who only like to drink rum, free food. I don't go Independence celebration and get free. Pastor, which part you just go and get free thing to eat and drink in Independence celebration? Unless you're going and sit down with she saying down.
Yeah.
Unless you go in and sit down with everybody else saying down. Or you walk with your basket. Or you bounce up granny or auntie or uncle. And you're sharing what they have. Other than that, I believe everybody does walk with a thing. I don't think the state does give a thing to drink and eat for independence. PNM does give a thing to eat and drink for independence, Pastor Google.
I don't know.
So who she was referring to? So since you have that level of disrespect and point it out as PNM people, well, then if it's the PNM people that makes up majority of the people that go to the Independence Day celebration, well, we don't want nothing free. So you keep your Independence Day celebration. We did without it last year. So we could do without it this year. Just for your level of disrespect, and believe if you come there we will embarrass you. Well, we ain't embarrassing by you coming. We ain't coming. That is what we're doing, to voice our opinion on your level of disrespect, to tell us that the only people who go in there is because we're going to drink, eat, and get everything free. We ain't going because we don't want nothing free. We ain't going. Since you can't respect us, we ain't going. That is what we have to do. Boycott the Independence Day parade for the level of disrespect that the Prime Minister gives to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that she point out to be PNM people. Well, I'm one of those people who go to the Independence Parade whether it's PNM or not. So since you consider me a PNM person not knowing who I am, I ain't going. Enjoy your night.
Thank you very much, sir. So here now, Olio. What is all your thoughts, boy? 46470. I tell you, we ain't in 10% tonight. 10% will not be calling in tonight. It don't look so. It doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel that way, Trinidad and Tobago. So if you are looking out for 10% to call in, 10% will not be putting his voice behind this program because I don't know. Maybe he get, you know, I don't know. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Pastor Google, good night.
Good evening, sir.
But let's take one of the house and leave them people alone.
Why?
Home in a little house.
Why?
I'll watch it on TV.
Why? We have to go. Hold on. We have to go and stand up and say this.
Participation Support Committee of failing to defend the minister.
The Emancipation Support Committee is tonight pushing back against claims that it failed to protect Culture Minister Michelle Benjamin during Emancipation Day observances.
The committee says there was no abuse, no threat to the minister's safety, and no political agenda behind the incident that has since sparked days of political accusations. Therese Polo has more.
We will remember that you promised food for tomorrow while we starve today.
You have to go and tell the Prime Minister. You have to go and tell the Prime Minister, we will remember you promised us food. Today, when we hungry, we promise us food today. You promising us food today. You have to go and tell her.
I will remember all the comments that you made against us, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Right? No disrespect, Madam Prime Minister. Right? And your government. Right? You have disrespected us. You have disrespected us, and we will remember. So I say again, stay home in your house, and you and your government all you go and celebrate all the independence, because last year it was a threat. And we remember, I will remember, last year it was a threat. A lot of people felt it. A lot of people felt disappointed. They could not go and celebrate the anniversary that Dr. Eric Williams fought for. Don't come to Mama Guy me this year with your fireworks and your semantics and your antics. Stay away from the people them thing.
All right, boss man.
Sit down and watch it on TV.
All right.
And leave them with the thing.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Pastor.
Yeah, man. Hello, good evening. What going there? What happened there? What happened there? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
So I just have a question, right? So I am listening to all the callers that are saying that, people should boycott.
Right.
The thing for that is, would the government even care?
Okay.
Would the government even care if the citizens boycott? Would that give them a reason to not have the independence spirit for the next 3 years after that? So that is just a question that I am thinking about.
Right.
And
well, don't come off the line. Don't come off the line. I like your line of questioning. I like your observation, and I like how you pose the question. All right. Could I keep you on the line for 2 minutes?
Sure.
All right. Now, if the people boycott, right? The first thing again they will say is PNM people who boycott.
Right.
That's what they would say. Everything that they have to spin it. They have to spin it. All right. So they'll say PNM people boycott the parade. About them not having it for the next 4 years, next 4 years. I don't think they will do that. Why? Because let me tell you why I don't. This is just me. You could tell me how you feel. I don't think they will do it because, as some callers brought to our attention, local government election is next year. So they have to some way appease the people. They have to find themselves on the ground celebrating with the people. And if they were to stop the celebrations, then the people will feel as though you are vindictive.
Right.
Because some of the population decide that they're not coming out to celebrate, you want to punish everybody. Nah, you are a nasty, vindictive government. and people are not going to forgive you or forget you for that. I could be wrong. No. I could be wrong, but I'm just putting it across. I'm just saying that to see that there are several political fallouts that could happen, because last year there was a political fallout because for Diwali, persons were allowed to burst their fireworks for Diwali, right? I don't know if you saw the video clip I played where
yes, I did.
Yeah, where they were questioning the minister about that, and the minister said, well, you know, he took a hands-off approach in context of maybe they would have applied to the commissioner and gotten the necessary requirements to burst the fireworks, right? That was his excuse. But the reason why this government told us that we were not having any more, if I trying to pull back the clip where they said that we are not having any more fireworks because of noise pollution, because of incidents where we are the fireworks is close to a hospital, is close to the zoo. They are looking at the noise pollution with dogs and all of that, and the elderly and babies. That was the excuse that this government gave last year. Now you're coming to tell us that you're bringing back fireworks. It has to be bigger than what we're seeing.
Right.
There's something bigger than what we're seeing. I don't know.
Understood. Point taken.
All right. But I want to thank you. You sound like a first-time caller. And I want to thank you for...
I can say second time.
I want to thank you very much. And please, 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 don't be a stranger. Don't frighten. Don't bite. You see, just like what we're doing here, I like to have this discourse. I really don't like the monologue thing. I don't like to be talking to myself. You know, I like to interact. I come off from radio, and radio is the radio that I used to do was talk show, and I love the interaction. I love to hear people's view if you disagree, but if you agree or if you have another view, I like to hear.
Sure, no problem. And I actually wanted to call last night, but I said tonight I'll definitely call.
Okay, what you wanted to call about last night?
Yeah, it was like the ending up of the program.
Right.
And you was saying anybody wants, it was ending up like, because I think the program was going real late. It was going almost to midnight.
Yes,
it
was.
It was leaving the lines open. And I wanted to, but I say probably, as I listen tonight, I'll say, tonight I will call.
Yeah, thank you very much again. Okay. And I want to encourage you not to be a stranger. Have a good evening.
Sure.
All right, bye-bye.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's something we're missing, something we ain't seeing with this government. Something we ain't seen with this government. This government has something that they're hiding. There's a backlash to this thing called what do you call it? Why they are allowing the fireworks. Let's listen to this voice note.
Pastor Gogo, good night. Remember David Naked, when they had now come in, he said that independence is a PNM, big PNM street party.
Yes.
So all of us PNMites and people of African descent need to boycott the entirety of the Independence Day and let us stay home and pray.
You know what the caller just said? There's the truth. David Naked did say that independence celebration is a PNM thing. Hello, good evening.
So,
what going on?
I'm there listening. Watching and listening, and I'm nodding in between.
What do you think? What do you think they should boycott the independence celebration?
Boycott it the hell, boycott it, I agree. Boycott it, I agree.
Oh gosh, mommy sauce, you really say boycotting it?
Yes, I agree they should boycott. Nobody should know. According to Tolman, let us make the shuttle from down central side bring down shuttle. But they may even know where they could come into because like, that come like when they was in front of the parliament and they know where they come to listen. Look, I say boycott it.
Okay.
Yes, they didn't have it last year. They find it's just now what they move it. Why they move it? They don't want to have nothing where they figure PNM had it there for years, so they want to move it. But people all they remember, I hope they remember to boycott it. You understand? Because the amount of promises I find these people make for election, I haven't seen. I hear Felicia say promises. What promises?
Promise made, promise kept.
What promise made, promise kept? Well, all now so the old people and them still the senior citizens. I don't say old people. Senior citizens still waiting on the doctors to visit them. Remember that was a promise too?
Yes, that was a promise made.
Doctors will visit them at home. They have to go to the hospital and wait. All these promises. So now tell me, after all these promises these people make, how much of these promises you see really kept? Promises made, promises kept. How much promises really kept? Eh? And you telling me, and look, that is independence road, as you say, is to fool people on the rope in for the local election. You understand? But if we so stupid after all the promises they make and none income.
Mommy sauce?
For it to come to vote for them for local election, but I tell you, one like me, they wouldn't see my vote under the sun. You understand?
Yes.
They wouldn't see my vote. All these promises made, promises kept. Promises were kept. People still waiting on them must see money. Who going to march? Who going to this? Who going to that? With Felicia and them to look. You see me? Just stay home.
I hear you.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Stay to hell home. Or let's say, man, make a bake. Cook some food. Wash your clothes. Let's see what your yard, your lawn. Trim your plants.
Yes.
Do something. And sit down with your children and grandchildren and talk and laugh.
And enjoy yourself.
No Independence Parade. Not even the fireworks. Boycott all.
Everything you're saying. All right, Mommy. So thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello? Caller. All right, you're not there. All right, so taking your calls, 464-7003. Olia, you know who I see just was trying to call in? 10%. I see 10% was trying to call in just now. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Evening, Pastor Uzo.
Hi, good evening.
I say boycott it, Pastor.
Why?
Huh?
Why you say boycott it?
Because they're only fooling up people. They're only fooling people, you know. They feel they're smart. Something they have in
something in the motor beside the person.
Yeah, beside the person, yeah. So they're fooling up people, so boycott it, don't go nowhere.
All right, I hear you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First time caller.
Have a good, yeah, first time caller.
Where are you calling me from? Chagonas. Thank you very much, Chagonas. And I hope you're voting in the local.
But you know that your action answers.
All right. Thank you very much.
You know that. Have a good night, darling.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you know me very good. You know me very good. You know me very good.
All right, then.
Right?
I appreciate it.
Have
Thank
a good night.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, darling.
And guys, we have to start to ask all your callers, you know. Have to start to ask all your, if all you're voting. That's what I have to ask all you now. Ole, look who calling. Ole, look who calling. Look who calling, Olia. Look who calling. You see, I tell you last night, you feel like it's a Obia man, or you feel like don't know what going on, or you feel like don't know what I hearing rumbling in the ground. I told you last night, I said 10%. I hearing Wassa workers rumbling, you know. You dismiss me.
I told you that they were always discontent.
But 10%, I told you that something was rumbling. I told you that something was going to happen.
I know that, but listen.
You didn't call. Wait. You did not call and tell me that something happening in our side. No, I tell you 10% that something happening in our side.
I tell you, your source is good. Your source is good.
So I prophesied, it come to pass.
I tell you, your source is good.
Hey, my source is God.
All right. He good too. Anyhow,
so let me hear what going on. What going on in Wassa? You was any part of the protest today?
No, I was not.
Why?
Right?
Come good, eh?
You trying to
come good. Come good, eh? Come good, eh? Because you, anyway, just come good.
I'm not saying something, right?
What's that?
Why are you calling the protest now? That means that young people and blame me. Then the Minister of Public Utilities fired the whole executive.
Wait, you're confusing me 10%.
Right, listen to me, right? The Minister of
10%, wait, just now, you're confusing me. You're confusing me. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully.
Yeah, how confusion? I listen.
Were you a part of the protest today?
I was not there today, sorry, sir. I was not there.
Why you were not there today to protest with your union?
I was actually working at that time. I was on a job.
Yeah, but when you're protesting, when your union called for protest, you have to protest.
Yeah,
protest means stop your job.
I listen to me. That protest is office staff. No.
That protest is what?
More or less of office staff. We on the field. We didn't get man. We hear we hear about that on the day that wasn't. Nobody didn't come there and say let me go so and so. So they make a stand.
Somebody is saying you cannot say everything to protect your job. You have to protect your job, so you cannot talk everything.
No, I can talk anything. I don't protect my job. I don't know who talking about.
All right. Saying, right? All right. So here we're asking you. All right. So we're talking. I'm interviewing you. All right. Let me just let you know. I am interviewing you. This is an interview. So today, your colleagues, the Wassa workers, were out protesting for their 10%. Or the wage increase.
That was a lunchtime stand. That was the dinner. The woman did not come and say for any super and say so today so and so we taking a stand. That was a lunchtime. That was a lunchtime. A lunchtime off. The most time was office workers. And that was a lunchtime thing. She didn't call. Had she called that, we would have known it because we are the same chap. Everybody.
All right.
If she call for their stand down today. Nobody will not go on a job site. But the lunchtime stand of most of them of his workers.
All right. So you're the next question I'm asking you now.
Yeah, listen.
All right. Do you agree or do you disagree with the position of your union president on the stance that she's taking that the management need to pay because the minister said that he budgeted for it?
Well, she has to be a mad one to believe anything. Thank you. So I don't believe she actually taking Tanku as concrete. I don't believe that was she actually doing. Taking Tanku as concrete because Tanku trade on management. But if
no, but she has to take. You see, I understand what you're saying, But she has to take the minister's word for it, because remember, she is the minister of finance who has to pay the money. And she believe she is of the belief that the management is the one, the PNM management is dragging their foot.
No. And that's why I come to that's why I asked you the question. Actually, before we go, because there's no talking about PNM management in Wassa. They fired the whole executive.
They fired They fired the new executive.
They fired the executive and bringing the people. Half of them people holding tough spots. They come in the area.
Okay. So what you're saying? Okay. All right.
Listen to me. Half of them come in the area, and you want to hear a secret? Most of them came from Petrotrain. They are all, most of them up there is ex-Petrotrain workers.
All right, so let me play for you. I want to play for you what the news said tonight.
I watch the news. I watch everything twice. I come on the car and I hear everything you said.
Yeah, but don't shout at me. I still want to. I said don't shout at me. I still want to play. I still want to play for you. I just shout sometimes. I know. When we get emotional, we just shout and thing, and we just raise your voice and become emotional. We are emotional beings. How much you born?
Yeah,
September. All right. So, we are emotional beings, and we do raise our voices from time to time. But I want you to listen. I want you to listen to what Madame Felicia had to say, and I want you. Yes, you said you heard it, but I want you to listen to what Madame Felicia had to say. And I want you to respond as if you are a Wassa worker. But I want you to respond as if you are, how to put it? If you have to respond to, or if you are discussing this with your colleagues, I want you to tell me what would you say to them after you hear what your union president had to say. Your union president. Okay? All right.
Wassa workers are protesting outside the Public Education Center, demanding progress on new salaries, back pay, and other costs tied to their terms of conditions of employment. PSA President Felicia Thomas says the union called management back to the negotiating table today, but was told no action had been taken on the cost proposal submitted since January. Thomas says the Director of Human Resources has not even prepared a note for the Human Resource Advisory Committee to move the proposals to the board and then the Ministry of Finance. Now she's saying workers have been told that management is no longer business as usual, and they will remain at the sports club until the process moves forward. Thomas is also warning that time is running out.
Of course, let me say, because the Minister of Finance made a statement that was very clear. He said that all negotiations settled between mid-year review and budget will be taken care of in the budget. If those negotiations are not signed off, it will not be catered for in the budget, and it will be yet another year workers are without their increase in salary. So the management cannot be playing games with the workers. They need to do what they need to do to move things along. These negotiations, these submissions were made since January.
Well, we reached out to Wassa for a response. We were told negotiations were still underway and the company would not be able to comment until that's concluded.
Still to come in the news,
So you heard what your president had to say. What is your response? Because she's saying that the management, she's saying that management need to do what they have to do. Management is not doing what they need to do. Come on, management is the problem. She's saying management is the problem.
And that's now I hear that. I told you the whole executive affairs was replaced by the government, this said government. So it's really management is the problem, because this said government replaced the whole affairs.
So you are saying it's not the management problem. It's not a management problem.
And the Fed government who's in power bringing the executive.
Who problem it is then?
So they know they can't pay, so they know they can't pay, and they know for a fact from here on it's not going to be the budget. So they're looking for a scapegoat. They're telling she that, but let me tell you something. And she just come in to try and save face. Because you can't come now, a month or two before the budget, to now come to talk about this. What you were supposed to be doing since after the media review, you are supposed to be pushing that. You can't come now on the 99th hour to tell people time running out.
Okay.
What you are supposed to be doing?
All right. So you see. All right. I hear you.
After the media review, she was really pushing that. She was to be.
Okay.
She was really pushing that.
No, but. All right. All right.
And now she know. That was she know. What she know? She know that.
All right. So here what I'm saying to you. Here what I getting from all of this. Here what I getting from all of this. Is either Miss Felicia Thomas don't know the bargaining process, or she don't know how to deal with. She don't know how she is split between the two. She is split in the sense of she is at the place where she's part of the government. So if she's part of the government, that means then that she has an open door with the Minister of Finance. She has an open door with Minister Tanku. So she can say to him, she told Minister Tanku, she said, yeah, what now? WASA workers haven't yet gotten their increase.
Right.
Or WASA, not increase, sorry. WASA workers haven't yet sat on the bargaining table with management to get the increase. She told him that. And she's saying to you as a member of her union, hey, this problem that I am facing has to do with management.
And I am saying what I know. If this government is in charge and this government replaced the management that was there before, and they put that management, then you're telling me, because you're telling me it's management. What is going on with she? She one thing in front of your face, and behind she back she call management and tell management.
Okay then, so it's games. It's just games.
It's games because she one thing in front of your face, and behind she back he call management and say all the those settle, you know.
Those settle. So you think that Tanku is saying behind her back?
Playing game with she.
So you think that Tanku is telling the management behind her back? Don't say that madam, you know.
The same thing he tell the management, he said the same thing he telling the CPO. Because who is the CPO boss, man?
Well, yeah, this isn't looking good, eh? This isn't looking good because budget is next 2 months, you know, Virgin.
90. So don't come now with the 99. After the media review, and she know that. After the media review.
So somebody is asking if you are standing with Felicia.
Seven?
Somebody is asking. See, you know, hear me?
No, go ahead. Yes,
did you hear what are you hearing me? Let's make sure this.
If I'm standing with Felicia?
No, I'm asking if you're hearing me.
Loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody is saying 10% standing with Felicia.
In what way?
I don't know. Pastor Google, Felicia did not sat down with who? She joined the party and led the workers to, oh Lord, Ole don't put me in problems now.
Well, I don't know what that person he or she know he or she know what it about. But I'm telling you, from my point of view.
So somebody is saying,
you know,
oh gosh, 10% Felicia know exactly what she doing.
Okay. Well, that is your opinion, but how it's supposed to be done? If you recognize something and you recognize management dragging the foot, then why now you're coming? So you had a right to the questioner before the media review because you know after the media review is the national budget. So don't come don't come 2 months before and tell them out. Because if you observe, because you're supposed to know management dragging the foot, you gotta push and ask why all of it. So you can't have now.
So let me just say this. Whole night tonight we waiting to hear your response. And your response to us on constructive talk is here what going on. Felicia playing games, the management of WASA was put there by the government.
Yes.
And the government Minister of Finance is playing games with Felicia. And that's it.
Them playing like tennis.
All right. So somebody is saying, Pastor Google, WASA workers are fooled. Or were fooled, sorry. WASA workers were fooled.
Most of them vote for him. I didn't see that coming on. Most of them they believe in that. If people stop talking to me because of that, most of them believe in that 110%. We live it to the love of the head and the hand.
All right. Well, 10%. Let me tell you. Let me tell you one time. I told you something last night. You didn't believe me, but I told you. I said to you, 10%. 10%. The people in WASA are upset. The people in WASA are starting to rumble. You didn't pay me much mind. You didn't say, well, Pastor, why are you saying that? We didn't get into it. But I knew that something like this was coming. I knew that. Right? And I could tell you tonight that the workers at WASA are still not happy and still not satisfied with the answer that Felicia
I know that.
give to them. And
I know that.
But if you will talk, what does that give you the opportunity to talk?
She is on let me talk right now. We don't know, right? She's under real pressure. Because she has to deliver. So she gotta come now and look like and song like she willing and ready to deliver.
So what are the workers on your end? So because you said to me that the workers that protested today were office workers. What are the all right? So what are the workers on your end planning to do? Okay, so you don't know if the workers on your end, meaning the workers who are let's say, you know, the turnkey man, the fellas on the road, the fellas who will patch, who would go and repair a water line and those different things. You're saying to me that you're not aware that they're going to do something.
Well, no, because
well, let me tell you. All right, I'm glad you say no. But let me tell you, if they don't get their money, plenty of we ain't gonna get water.
I know that.
But you just say you don't know what they plan to do.
No, I don't. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? She is not coming and say, well,
no. This is not her plan. This has nothing to do with Felicia. I told you that. This has nothing to do with Miss Felicia Thomas. This has to do with the operations workers.
Operators want the money long time. No, not now. Operators, them in the first start making noise in the first place because them want the money.
They get their money?
No.
Operation workers get their money?
If nobody get the money,
well, right, and that's what I'm saying to you, that those people who have lost confidence in Miss Felicia, we as the public are going to feel the effects of it.
I'm sorry to say, operations was operations was related to the down tools before Christmas.
But they're down in tools this Christmas.
Operations was willing to the down tools long term.
Well, they're ready. They're ready now. They're ready now. You don't know. You don't know that they're ready. You don't know that. If operations down tools because there was on the verge of they was on the verge long time, not now. Well, all right. Well, they get in. Well, don't worry yourself. If Felicia,
if operations down tools, that will be shocking to me because there was looking there a long time.
Well, that's what I wanted you to talk about. That is what I want you to talk about. What I want you to see was that. See what's going on now. The men on the ground, the small man on the ground, ready to down tools.
Operation was going to down tools a long time, not now.
Well, right. Well, they're going to do it by before the budget. Hear what I'm saying? You listen now. Before the budget, if they don't get a proper response, they are going to down tools.
That will shock me.
It's not about shocking you.
I know.
It's about you coming to us and preparing us for this. That's why I told you last night. That is why I told you last night. I said, I'm hearing a rumbling in Wassa.
Right.
And look what happened today.
That is operation down tools is that is clear as day. That can happen tomorrow.
Well, I hear you. But again, as I said to you,
the first element shall make noise.
Yeah, well, saying that now, I hear you 10%. But the reality of it is that Wassa workers are fed up. Right?
They're fed up.
They're fed up long time. But now, the reality of it is now men are ready to rumble.
Well, you have one. Pastor, before, remember they tell you Christmas you will get money and what are joking and saying. They don't already Christmas get money, Christmas you get money. This one get money, that one get money, this one get money, them get money, who get money, and what's saying get money and operations saying what really going on here. And operations making noise, and they're saying whole strain. But then again, how much strain you can tell I'm on the whole? How much strain? And right now, operations ready and willing to done it.
All right, boss man.
Yeah,
I hear you.
I don't believe you ask a question. I tell you like it is.
You ain't telling me as it is. I tell you as it is. I telling you what I know. You ain't telling me. You telling me after I don't tell you. I told you that just now. I told you.
Yeah, but right.
I told you already, and you feel it have small operations is just one, but have big surprises coming. Wait till you see. Wait till you see something.
We will talk. I want to pay problems.
All right, so we will talk.
Yeah, I want to pay problems. We will talk.
Yeah, man. All right, so we just heard from 10%. 10% are really helping me. We want to know what's going on. If I was a worker listening, call in and tell me what's going on. We want to know what's going on. We don't want no parables. We want the facts. We want the truth. We want to hear what's going on. All right? So if you're a WhatsApp worker and you're listening and you want to come in and say, well, Pastor, what's going on now? What you saying there is the truth. You understand? And add to what it is going on. Add to the information. All right? Add to it. So I take a few more calls. 464-7003. 464-7003. You can call now and tell me what are your thoughts. Well, you heard 10%. Some of you are waiting to hear what he had to say. I hope that you all are happy. 10%. Somebody said 10% beating around the bush. But he said 10% beating around the bush too much. I hear all you. 464-7003. 464-7003. You can call now and share with me your views on the issues that we have been talking about. We have been talking about the fireworks, Independence Day celebration. Some people are calling for Trinidadians to boycott these celebrations. We also talked about... Alright, let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, Pastor Google.
Good evening, sir.
I want to just add my piece to the previous discussion about the Independence Day parade.
What's your thought? Do you think that we should boycott? Do you think that we should go? What is your thoughts?
My thoughts on that, Pastor Google, is very clear, That parade should be boycotted, and I'll tell you why. Over the years, since 2010, Mrs. Kamla Prasad, the successor in her first incarnation, decided to not attend the parade despite the fact that she was invited on several occasions. Now come full swing in second incarnation, running this administration, this dark oligarchy as I refer to. She is now moving a national scale parade from its original booting in the Queen's Park Savannah. Now the place was upgraded. I want people to understand the history of this thing. The place was upgraded because that parade used to take place in grass, in the mud, most time it rain, and it was upgraded, and pitch was laid down, and the markings put down in front of the grandstand, everything put in place for a parade of that nature, like a national parade. It took a lot of logistics and financing and money spent and to get the parade square the way it is. Why I asking what is the purpose? I was discussing this thing with my wife and a few other people and saying, what is the purpose? Mrs. Kamla Prasad, the sister, would want to move that parade with all the logistics in place, all the infrastructure in place to go in front of the President House to have this parade. Let's think about that for a minute now. All the logistics in place, all the infrastructure in place. The parade has a format, it comes in Savannah, the President of our parade come round and come with the horse, the escort, and all the vans, and this is why they changed the whole infrastructure for the parade. So the vehicles will look nice and pristine when they're coming across, and all of that is in place. You will know it's like moving the carnival celebration from the grandstand and moving it across by the President House. The kind of changes and money that has to spend to accommodate that across there. The Prime Minister and workers all across the country is already seeing that they can't make salary when the month comes. They're always late. You taking money that you don't have now to move put up a whole stand. You had to fix the place. You had to pull up all the holes in the grass. Listen, people could break their ankles across there by the President House. The last time that parade was across there was when Noor Hassan Ali, what I'm telling you, was the president. Right? And we decided to have a parade, a handover parade, in front of the President House. I see that makes sense. That the tax and this, and it's very nice. Well, that's a one-off thing. But you're moving a national scale parade across.
But why did Mr. Wait, just now. But why did Mr. Hassan Ali do that? Why did the parade? Was that an independence parade they had over there?
No, it wasn't an independence day parade. But saying the last time a parade of
a parade. Okay, all right, okay.
Across there by the President.
So it was not an independence parade.
No, it was not independence day.
All right, sir. All right.
It was moved for that purpose.
Okay.
And I want people to understand that was his handover parade to the next president that was coming in.
Oh, it was a handover parade.
Yes, it was a handover parade.
All right.
Right in front of the President House.
Okay.
Came and
all right, okay.
They did a nice handover. The last time anything like that happened in front of the President House. But a national parade is just
understand the magnitude of that parade, size of that parade, crowd that comes. You move all of that to go across by the president's house. You have to build stand. You have to spend money. The president has now to take a different route to come across. So you come through the mud. If rain fall that day, total chaos. The part of the change. All that had to change. Everything, how the vehicles come, everything had to change. The rehearsals, the actual day, everything changed. You have to spend serious money for that to happen. As opposed to, as the caller said before, the PLM had this thing for years there in Savannah, let it change, let it do your own thing. But he didn't attend when he was invited as opposition leader to come to the parade. But you're having your own thing now because you come to the concept that the one in front of the grandstand is a PNM thing. So we change the whole matrix now. How that making sense? And what is the purpose of that? And the reason why I call him a pastor, because I understand the dynamics that's involved in this thing. It just bewilders me. It don't make sense. Why they would do that? And they kind of extend the change on. They change the whole route of the parade. So they don't know how to march around the Savannah, or they go the next way like when it's carnival, to get back to the route to go to St. James, to go back in the back. How that making sense? It's just crazy, Pastor Go. How to sit down, even when she get advice from the technocrats dealing with this parade, to say, well, ma'am, that ain't making much sense. That we had to spend serious money to move that level of parade to the funny president house. And you had to ask yourself the question, why somebody making our money here? I don't know. These are questions need to be asked. And then the rehearsals that come with that, by the zoo. When them buffers and them go off past Google, hello, the 21 gun salute, animals campaigning, they think about all these things? I don't understand. I'm going to come to Wassa now. I know a lot of Wassa workers, Pastor. And I want to tell you, right here in Diego Martin, you heard no brother's contribution yesterday in the opposition leader conference when he talk about Diego Martin Central.
Yes, I hear him loud and clear.
All he's stating is facts. There are Wassa workers here now, down in this region. They're really ready to down to them. I talk to technical officers down here. They're telling me they don't have money to buy certain minor parts to change pipe fittings when they go out on operations. Months we talking about it. They take money out of their own pocket of supervisor and buy the change pipes in the ground to go public pipes. This is what we do now. So it is not going to surprise me, Pastor, that operational workers, this will be many to incorporate all these guys, ready to down route. It won't surprise me. But the public better brace themselves if that happens. Especially areas that get water twice a week, 3 times a week. When I brace themselves, if our operation shut down, they'll be in a hellhole. Because water is its water life. And ask yourself the reason why it is. I mean, Felicia, who works in Wassa, according to somebody who's just right on the board, had 3 salaries, being paid as a unionist, being paid as somebody working in Wassa. Oh my God, and do somebody, listen, I don't know. And Roger and the rest of the gang,
I say I would have stayed quiet, but I had to put my 2 cents.
I
had to put my 2 cents in on this one. Let me tell you something. The woman will have to understand. I am a board member. board member for 3 years. If I get that 3,005, I could put that towards my car note. And before I end my term as a board member, my car could be paid off for. Or they really want me to rumble to get rid of, to take away my car note? No, only unfair. Only unfair because when the PNM was in office, I wasn't getting that. I wasn't getting that opportunity to be able to pay my car note. Take out a brand new car. So only could say all you want. Only could say all you want. Right? I talked to the finance minister. The finance minister said that he spoke to management. Management is saying nothing. Management is not meeting with us to be able to lobby or to bargain with us starting at 10%. That's the problem there. Only out of place. Go ahead.
All right. Well, let the chips fall where it may.
Let the chips fall where it may. That is a good way to end the program.
Yeah? Let the chips fall where it may, because I'm telling you, these guys are ready to rumble.
And they're ready to rumble. And who is going to feel the effects of their rumbling? Okay then.
The end user.
And let me tell you something, Let me tell you something. We didn't have water in our community for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
So could you imagine when
them fellas start to rumble? You can imagine when them fellas start to rumble. All I want to tell them is, see what's going on. When all they rumbling, just leave on the line for Pleasantville now. All they rumble. Ole could forget. Ole could forget to tick off the line. Ole could forget to tick off the line in Pleasantville. Ole could tick off the line everywhere. Ole could tick off the line everywhere else. Where's it, Pleasantville? Ole just bear with me now. Oh gosh, Ole just crucify me for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks without water. 2 weeks. Yeah. So you are asking Ole. You are I begging, I talking, I lobbying. All Ole Wassa fellas I see yesterday, today. The man who passed away used to work Wassa. Right? Yeah. You were saying. All Ole Wassa brothers who was by the funeral today and tell me Ole just listen. I just asked it for a friend. I asked him for no friend, I asked it for me. You see when Ole reach by the Pleasantville turnkey, Ole could turn Ole back and say, yeah, we turn off that light. Please, I beg you, Ole, do me that favor. Because, man, I understand what Errol was saying about it though.
Yep.
When Errol say, clothes piling up, when Errol talk about, you understand? You want to wash the balls. Come on. Washing balls with bucket is not a good thing. Let me be real here tonight. Let us be real tonight.
No, it is not.
It is not a proper thing. It's not proper to be bathing with a bucket. It's nice to open the shower and let some water fall on the skin. 2 weeks? Only wicked. You could laugh at the living thing about it. Akila, let's fight for Ole, you know. I don't see Ole Mia all over the night. She out in the road showing.
Yes. The motor said this woman demonstrating.
She is a batlax.
Yeah.
She is a woman fighting for her people, boy.
Yeah.
Ole could say Ole want. She set the bar. I want to say this. I want to tell you this. Akila Glasgow set a proper standard and bar for whoever is to come to be the mayor of Digo Martin. Anybody who come to be the mayor of Digo Martin, standard, don't keep that that standard that Aquila set is a waste of time. I will even go as far as to say the Mayor Port of Spain has changed the perception and the perception of what a Port of Spain a city mayor is to do. When on a Thursday, the mayor of Port of Spain could walk into Woodford Square with a pack of nuts that he buy from a nutsman across the road. This is what I'm telling you earlier. The mayor Port of Spain just go by Queen Street corner, buy a pack of nuts from a Rastaman. Right?
Yes.
He'll buy that pack of nuts from the Rastaman and walk in the square with the pack of nuts 11 o'clock and sit down and eat that pack of nuts and talk to people as they go by. The mayor of London don't even do that.
Yep.
The mayor of New York don't even do that.
And people don't even know that. That is sad.
That is the thing. And the thing about it is he don't publicize it and you don't see it all up on Facebook and you don't see it all up on YouTube and all over the place.
No optics.
It's not for optics he doing it for. He doing it to just have a conversation with a lady who passing through the square and she could tell him, Mayor, you need to fix these tables, boy. Mayor, oh gosh, give you a little facelift and a little paint up.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
And that is what we want for leadership. We don't want nobody talking down to us. We want somebody who will talk face to face with us and who will understand what we're going through in our heart. I want to say hats off to you, Mayor Port of Spain, because on a Thursday, there's me the public. And if our lady come and she hungry and she say I have no food to feed my children, there's a hamper drive that he does do. And he does feed people. You understand? Yeah, people just get fed. And that's the kind of politicians we want.
Yep.
The kind of politicians we want. You understand?
Marshall used to do that in Laventine.
Yeah. Kareem Marcel doing the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
I saw a video with Kareem Marcel going up in a part of Laventille, and a man, about 3 or 4 persons telling me to his face. He said the only politician that ever do what you doing here is Maurice Marshall, you know. They say you are a second Maurice Marshall. You are a reincarnation of Maurice Marshall to us.
Yep.
You understand? He did his first press conference on Thursday, and I want to say to him, Kareem, strength and powers. You will get better and better and better and better at it. Nobody started off perfect. Nobody started off perfect. Right? So, my brother, I want to thank you for being on this evening with me. You are the last caller. I'm still trying to gather some books. I'm still trying to. There's a family, a mother of 2. She sent me some stuff that she need for her children to go back out to school. Some stationery. She got the books, but she need the stationery. And she sent me a list for the boy and the girl of the stationery that she would need. And I really am asking for her assistance. So anybody who would like to assist me where that is concerned, I can send you. If you don't want to send the money, or you don't want to, I could send you the list and you could go and purchase it yourself.
I like that guy.
Pardon?
No problem.
All right.
We'll contribute to that.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
All right, God bless. Yeah, man. Bye. Yeah. So, again, I want to thank everyone who is on the live. I see we went up to 600 and something this evening. I want to thank all of you. Those of you who will be looking at this live after, I want to plead with you, beg with you, to assist me in helping children to go back out to school. All right, what we're doing is we're getting stationery and book bags. I have one of the book bags here that was contributed by one of the listeners. All right, I have some more to get. I want to say thank you very much to my aunt something special with a touch of class. They will have contributed 3 book bags. And we continuing with the drive. We continuing. Yep, we continuing with the back to school drive. Those of you who are interested in making your contributions, please send a WhatsApp message to 464-7003. The number is in the chat and I will put it up on the screen. The number to just WhatsApp 464-7003. And let's help persons who genuinely need help to send their children back to school. It was a great time with you this evening on Constructive Talk. At one point in time, I thought nobody was going to call in. I want to thank all the first time or second time callers. I want to thank you very, very much for being a part of Constructive Talk. So again, if you wish to be a part of helping me send children back to school, you can do so by WhatsApping the number that is in front of you. Just WhatsApp me, I'll call you. Once you WhatsApp the number, I will call you and we will chat and you will tell me how you can assist me in sending children back to school. Now let me say this. I want to say this. Works nowhere, draws no pay. I have no vehicle. So if I have to come to you, I have to travel. And that's difficult. Right? If you are in Port of Spain, you could touch me. Send me a WhatsApp message. We can arrange to meet in Port of Spain. If you're in San Fernando, send me a WhatsApp message. We can meet in San Fernando. But you see Shogunas, Grandi, Point Fortin, Faizabad, all these places, unfortunately, I will not be able to meet you in those places because I don't have no money to meet you in those places. Alright? I don't have. That's the truth. I don't have. Alright? So if you're sending me a message to tell me that they have this stuff for me, but I have to come for it. I don't want no vehicle to come for it. Number one. Number two, I don't have no money to travel to come for it. But we can meet on the half. Alright? We can meet on the half. So again, let me thank all of you. I hope nobody ain't laughing at me out there, you know. I hope nobody ain't crashing on me out there, you know. But again, let me say thank you to all of you for being a part of Constructive Talk this evening. Alright? All we do is discuss current affairs and issues and things that are happening in Trinidad and Tobago and by extension the world. God bless. Talk to you guys on Monday. Have a safe weekend. Please spend time with your family. Spend time with your God and be blessed. God bless you.
I want to start by reading a quote for you that is trending online now. Someone sent it to me and I saw it so many times. I think it's good for us to read this quote. I'm sure when I start to read it, you will be familiar with it. It says, out of hatred for the cockroach, the ants voted for the insecticide. Out of hatred for the cockroach, the ants voted for the insecticide. They all died. They gone in the tail, including the housefly that didn't even vote. They all died, including the housefly that didn't even vote. It says an African proverb, but it could be a Trinidadian and Tobagonian proverb. It is so true of our situation here today.
Trinidad. Yesterday, they cut the ribbon on the old Arcelor Middle Steel plant at Point Lisas. New name, Ibis Steel. New owner, a U.S. company called Pinnacle Steel and Vanadium Corporation. They promised 500 jobs. They promised economic growth. They promised Trinidad would supply 50% of America's vanadium needs. But here is what they did not tell you. Vanadium has been classified by the United States Environmental Protection Agency in the same toxic category as lead, arsenic, and mercury. Processing it contaminates water supplies. It generates toxic tailings that leach into the ground for years. It produces sulfur dioxide emissions that cause acid rain. It poses risks to 55% of aquatic species in surrounding seawater. And breathing vanadium-rich air, according to published research, carries unknown but potentially serious health consequences. Now here is the part that should make every Trinidadian stop. The U.S. Deputy Secretary of State, at the opening ceremony, complained about environmental regulations. America, with all its resources, does not want this processing on its own soil. So they brought it here. We already said no to data centers in DB. The same questions apply here. Who gets the jobs? Who gets the profits? And who gets to live next to the pollution? Watchman TNT. Where the truth detonates. Stay right there.
A honey badger suddenly locked its sharp teeth onto the back leg of a hippo. Blood started coming out of the hippo's leg, but the hippo neither ran away nor attacked the honey badger. Instead, it slowly started moving toward the water. The honey badger thought the giant animal had become scared because of its aggression. But the moment the hippo entered the water, the entire game changed. The hippo could survive underwater, but the honey badger could not. Within 25 seconds, water started entering the honey badger's nose, and its grip finally loosened. The hippo did not fight back. It simply changed the dimension of the battlefield. In psychology, this is called the dimension advantage strategy. Not every attack needs a direct response, because the moment you react to everything, you come down to the other person's level. Remember this, truly strong people do not waste time fighting everyone. They simply rise so high that the other person sinks on their own.
Coming soon to Constructive Talk Network, Critical Thinkers. It's a youth show with a youth perspective on current affairs and issues in Trinidad and Tobago. Critical Thinkers, youth perspective on Constructive Talk.
The Constructive Talk team with Pastor Google are asking for your support in their back-to-school drive. Let's help the less fortunate children get ready for the new school term. Donations of notebooks, copybooks, stationeries, and book bags would be greatly appreciated. Show your love, show your generosity by contacting 464-703 and we will organize collection of your donations. Thank you from the Constructive Talk team. And remember to be kind, be generous, and be loved.
Information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.